Alright guys, so she starts up. I had a little trouble with it, but we've adjusted the air fuel mixture screws on both sides of that front metering valve. We had a little issue with the throttle, just like he said. There was something going on with the throttle, so we got that straightened away. We got it idling pretty good, and I don't know what the RPM is, because I haven't hooked a gauge to it. I don't have a vacuum gauge out here either hooked to it. But yeah, this car has sounded this good in 15, 20 years. It's running excellent. We got that pressure oil change on it. She's not smoking anymore. Just a little out of this tailpipe over here. But for what this car's been through, you know, that's not bad. This thing's been overheated. It's blown the head gaskets before it overheated. Excuse me. I blew a head gasket, then I overheated it, yeah. And I replaced the head gaskets before it got overheated. So it's probably about ready for another set of head gaskets. It's got 26,000 on the rebuild. But yeah, she sounds just about like she used to back in the day. And it's got a bigger carburetor on it, and there's no leaks. We're really happy with our carburetor rebuilder. Our buddy Jack did a heck of a job fixing this up for me. So we're really happy with that. Really happy. Couldn't be much happier, you know, with the work he did and everything. We're really happy. So trying to adjust this bracket for the choke cable. So I can get a cable on this. I'm going to put a cable on it. I got one in the house, I believe. We got spare parts. But I don't want to lose that little bracket. And to set the carburetor, all you need is a small little pin light and then a flathead for the actual throttle. It doesn't take a lot. Basically, you turn the screws in on each side of the carburetor until you hear it start to lose RPM. So we'll go in a quarter, another quarter. Yeah, I can hear it already. There it is. And you back it out. And you know, the leaner it is, the meaner it is. So the further you back it out, the leaner it's not going to be. So you don't want to back it out too far, because you're not going to have the lean mean. Perfect. That's perfect. Now you're supposed to have a vacuum gauge or an RPM, you know, gauge. It's supposed to be warmed up, but it's just probably now just getting the operating temperature. So I should have warmed it up a little bit. Now supposed to loosen these screws here on the bolt. You see where you're at with that. And we're going to do that, but we'll probably shut it off, because I don't like to have, you know, try to put them screws back in while it's running. It's vibrating. You lose a little washer. I'll shut it off and I'll check the float level. That checks the float level there and there. So let's see if we have any after run, which is also considered dieseling. When you shut it off, it continues to run. We hate that here. So it's running really good. We got to hook the tachometer up. Just one little wire. No after run. So we had to tighten the throttle spring up so that it would pull the throttle back all the way. We haven't checked to see if it's getting full throttle yet. That should probably be full throttle right there. Yeah, that pedal's way up. That's going to be definitely full throttle. It might be a little bit more than what it should have. Then we'll get a 1/2 inch wrench. Cinch that down a little bit. Probably back that off just a little bit. That pedal's too high. My foot's not going to be able to really operate it properly. I don't really need, I mean, you know, unless I'm going to be getting in a drag race with somebody, I don't know if that's going to happen. Things aren't like they used to be. Back in the day, you know, I took this thing out, and yeah, you could guarantee it. I was going to get in a drag race almost any time I got in the old girl. But I'm not like I used to be. I'm still not going to lay down for somebody if they pull up next to me at a traffic light or somewhere and rev their engine and act like they're hot shit, because I ain't taking it from anybody. That's for sure. So we could pop them screws out, which I really don't want to do right now because I didn't bring my apparatus. But we're going to do it. I can't even turn that one. Nah, he's got them tight. You know, I'm not even going to mess with them right now. They're so tight that my luck, they'd probably be stripped out when I get it apart. I don't think, you know, there's an issue. So we're not messing with it. We're going to leave that alone. We got a velocity stack. I don't think that's going to work either. I really, really, really want to have this velocity stack on the old girl. We'll go in the house, we'll get her apparatus. You know, I'm trying to work with one hand, and that's what I've been doing here. It's just really difficult. I try to do this with one hand, guys. I want to get the old chrome velocity stack out here and see if we can't make it work.
No animals were hurt that I know of yet. Clean that up a little bit. Haven't found any cast or anything laying under there. They move pretty quick. Looks like it's ready to go too. Oh God. I gotta get out here. You can see what I'm dealing with. I gotta move it all.
Velocity stack's not there.
I'm trying to clean that real all under myself.
I moved it. I don't know where I moved it to, but
Jamie Phillips, that's
I moved it.
How you doing today, buddy? I'm having problems. So we're not going to be able to go to the Indies for a meet. I got to deal with the room now.
Where did I put it?
Of course, I want to be able to see my great friends.
There it is. It's in my cabinet. That's my chrome velocity stack. It's actually my son's. He bought this for one of his cars. There's a 650 spreadboard, another carburetor, another Holly. We got carburetors just everywhere, you know.
Basements are incredibly prone to flooding, even though they are either partially or entirely constructed underground.
Commercial on YouTube.
Groundwater level can be one of the issues.
It's actually on my channel. There's some of the drywall that fell off the ceiling and hit me in the head yesterday, or day before yesterday now. It's been 2 days since the tree fell. Yesterday was one day, and this is the second day. I'm lucky down there. So, girl. So we'll see how this. Let's see how this looks. I think it's got all kinds of hardware in it or something here. Or it's red on the ring. Oh, there it is. There it is. It's got a threaded rod in there. Made for it. So let's put you in the apparatus and get you hooked up here. There we go. And see if we can't get this off. Obviously that stud's going to probably be too long for it. But let's see what happens. I'm just going to see if the hood's going to clear. That's all I'm looking to do. Ooh. Is the hood going to clear? Let's see what that looks like. That looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Heck yeah. Hell yeah. Now here's the question. Is the hood going to shut? That's the question. Let's get that threaded rod out of the fender well. Yeah. Find out what happens. It does. It shuts with the velocity stack. And is it sticking up through the scoop? Yep. Not through it, but it's right there to it. Oh yeah, that's badass. That's badass. Yeah, the velocity stack is to take it. And all we got to do is put like a jug or something over it. Yeah, that's going to be sweet, guys. So we're going with the velocity stack when we drive it. And then I guess when we park it, we'll go with a shorter little dude or something. Will that stay in there or not? See if this little one will. Yeah, that'll work. So when it's parked, we'll put this on it. When it's parked. Oh, sorry about that, guys. They go down too far. Went down too far. Yeah. Yeah, we need a longer one. This should just walk out right here with a little help from a screwdriver. It's got like a little clip ring in it all the way around. Where's the end of it at? Over here. No. Where's the end of it at? It's here. There it is. That's the end of it. Okay. And then you have a metal. Ooh, look at that foam's all full of cat hair and whatnot. Yeah, that's just right for it. Yeah, I can't figure out what I'm going to do with that. I think I'm doing a... I'm going to put this little one on there for right now. That's what we're going to do. When we take it to the car show or a swap meet or, you know, someplace where we're showing the car off, we'll put the velocity stack on it, you know. And when you got bad weather like, you know, we're experiencing now, this ain't going to work because it's going to be sticking up too far for the... Yeah, it's going to go through the whole spiel. Yeah. I mean, it'd be nice if that would work, but the stem is going to be sticking up past the filter. That's not going to work. So we got that little short air cleaner of that one. I don't like that old rusty one, so we'll go with this. We'll go with that one. And we'll use the wing nut. Yeah, it's just the nature of the beast, guys. Now, Mox, this is kind of hard to accept. You know, this car needs to live in California where the weather's nice, or Florida where there's, you know, nicer weather. Maybe a different country. Yeah, we need to go to a different country. Me and the Mox. Sure like to buy an island somewhere in the tropics where there's no rain and no bad weather, you know. That'd be the where I'd want to go. So we're gonna put the stud back in, nut it so we don't lose the stud, and put the filter back in it. Oh, boom. And all that debris. Been sitting on top of my refrigerator forever, and you can see how much cat hair is in the house. Ugh. Put that back in there. And put the ring back in. Oh, this goes back in. Yeah, this goes back. Then the ring goes in. There you go. Put the ring in. Wow. There you go. So, carburetor installed, carburetor adjusted, set. The only thing I didn't do is check the float. I can't get the screws out, and I'm not gonna, you know, force them. He set it. He said he readjusted them, and I'm just gonna trust him. He had it on a bench that was level, his test bench. This guy's a phenomenal carburetor guy. We've had him for, God, he's probably been doing our carburetors for close to 8-10 years now. So, you know, we're just going to leave that alone. We're just going to leave it the way it is. We need to get a better throttle spring on here. That's a piece of crap. Look, I got it hooked to the ball, and then it's around the temperature sender. So I'm going to get this whole throttle piece that'll have springs and all. So this is just temporary. I'm going to have to buy that off of Facebook Marketplace has got it. Also eBay. So I'll buy one of them. It's a throttle bracket assembly. It comes with, I think it comes with springs and all. If not, you have to buy a couple springs for a big deal. That's what we're going to do. We're going to keep perfecting on the Mach. The 650 dual line. Double bumper seems perfect. I haven't drove it on the street, but, you know, I'm going to have to put a fresh master cylinder on it and then adjust the clutch. And then I'm ready to take it on the street. Then we'll see how she runs. I think she still needs just a hair tweaking on the timing. because I haven't put a timing light to it in like 20 years. And I just set it by ear, and it, you know, you guys heard it tacked up and revved up great, and it may still need just a little bit of, maybe a little bit more advanced, you know, in the distributor, you know, advance the distributor just a hair more. Be nice to know what it's set at right now before I go advance it, because if you advance too much, you'll get what they call pre-ignition, and then you'll basically you'll melt the pistons out of the engine, especially if you take off, you hear a ping. If you hear a ping in your old engine, your timing's too far advanced. And if you continue to drive it, it's a pre-detonation is what that is. And you'll eventually, you'll melt a piston. You'll put a hole in one of your pistons, and then you'll be bumming out because you'll be running with 7 slugs instead of 8. So there you guys go. One carburetor adjusted, set, running great. I'm happy. We got an air cleaner that, you know, I'm not happy with, but, you know, it is what it is. So, you know, she is what she is, and that's all that she is. The old monster. We're gonna let it cool down, and then we'll cover it back up for the day. It's not supposed to rain till Wednesday or something this week. It's only Sunday. So we got a lot of parts to put away, and a lot of tools to put away. Like our guys always told you, don't delay, put your tools away. And you'll have them for another day. We got all these parts. We got 1, 2, 3 air cleaners and a Bossy stack and a street scoop out. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 air cleaners out. And then of course we got the 670 that came off of it. And then we got the 750, or excuse me, that we had bought, that we stuck on it for just the overnight until we got the carburetor back. And then this is a 750 single pump dual line vacuum secondary that was originally spec'd out and was originally put on this engine when it was built by the great Kevin Mahorny, the Mach shop, which is Mahorny's Mach. It's Kevin Mahorny's machine shop. He's in Mount Carmel now, right next to KOI over there in Eastgate. Kevin Mahorny, greatest machinist that I know. He's the only one I would trust building one of my, building a whole engine for me. He's built a whole engine right there. We paid him and he did it. Very happy with that engine. You know, it's not the rebuilder's fault that I overheated it. I had a 160 thermostat in it, and it was wintertime. It was cold,